The other matchup that's going to be interesting, Mike, is on penalty corners, and it's where I think Australia might have slight dominance, relatively speaking, albeit effective from Mink van der Veerde for the Dutch with support from Hertzberger to make sure things are as tight as possible. Australia have dominated from the first whistle in every single game, given opponents no space to breathe or think.
Zaluski around the back now for Australia. Bart back there for the Netherlands, and a tackle from Devine. Ockenden will restart. Ball into the circle. And just walked away in the end to safety by Balkenstein. Berger back there as well. It was Kemperman who was dispossessed, and Sorello now comes forward. All clean, says the umpire, that final tackle from Van der Horst, and eventually...
To keep his feet. Swan had gone slightly too airy, taking it around the baseline and just juggled it back along on his backhand.
Kavanagh Knowles.
Stockman showing on the last corner how much more effective you are if you read where the ball is going. He was slightly back on his heels for the first one. Second one, he read the position. It had gone out to the right-hand castle, similar movement.
Sorello, who's back on over on that right flank. Helped on by Turner into the circle. Van der Horst almost getting it caught under his feet. Wetton gives chase and puts on a little bit of extra pressure.
And from balls played in from distance, Australia will be looking to get those little touches and deflections that change the angles into the circle. The Aussies will be quite happy to play that scrambled ball around the penalty spot. Anything that isn't a clean take, they'll hunt and chase.
Hammond winds up for the big cross, the deflection. Ockenden closest to it, manages to pick that ball.
A great takedown from Ockenden, needed to be, because the Dutch had led behind him.
Boda's in front of him. Ockenden deciding to go himself, and had Turner ahead of him. In the troops out there on the pitch. Free hit one by Orchard.
The Dutch definitely need to step out higher. Great pick from Govers.
And the spin too. Just couldn't elude Mink van der Veerde, who was the last line of defence. Crashed out into touch by Knowles. Expect some resilient defending here from Australia. Hoffman now breaks through. Good turn of pace from him. And it was Liam de Jong, but Hoffman still driving forward. Van Ass now.
Van Ass using his pace to drive around the outside. He's picked his role. Can he get in the D?
No, he can't. He's gone across 27. They've conceded only 4, including the one today against the Netherlands. Wins against Malaysia, Spain, Belgium, England, India, and Argentina in the semi-finals. De Jong just leaving the ball behind and allows Van der Horst to come away with it. Jonker ahead of him, but De Jong sensibly just breaking down play there and not allowing them. Wetton with the restart from the sideline. Govers again off the back foot. Hertzberger, the goal scorer for the Netherlands, getting cheered on here, but has the ball swept away from him by Hammond. Away in the stands opposite us here in the commentary box. It's going to be a big night tonight. 15 minutes left for the Netherlands to endure, and time enough for Australia to rack up a few more goals. They beat Argentina 5-2.